going on, everybody? It is me, BlueBoyX95, and in celebration of Kingdom Hearts 3 fully being made and having a release date, I thought it'd be fun if I went and made a top 10 Kingdom Hearts Keyblades list. So I'm gonna state something right off the bat, okay? I'm not including very out-of-your-way Keyblades. They're like post-games such as Fenrir, Ultima, and Winter's Proof. Those will not be on this list for the sake of, well, entertainment, because, like, who would be shocked if Ultima was number 1? That's my favorite Keyblade, I'm gonna be honest. Ultima's my favorite Keyblade. However, it's not the best Keyblade, nor is it the most satisfying to most people. I know it has flaws, and just because it's my favorite Keyblade, it shouldn't be predictable and outshine everything else. Because if I just had Ultima as number 1, that'd really be robbing another Keyblade of being on this list, because that's so predictable and so boring. So OP items such as Ultima and like the strongest Keyblades in the game have been limited. They have to be obtained within the game and be relatively easy to get, I want to say. So anyways, also, no Keyblades are weak. No Keyblades are weak, okay? Just because a Keyblade did not make it on this list does not mean the Keyblade is A, bad, or B, useless, because every Keyblade in this game has some use. Some may not be as useful down the line, however, it still has its own shining moments. Even something as bad as Hidden Dragon. But anyways, feel free to leave in the comments down below, after the video is done, and you've seen everything, leave me your thoughts on what is the number 1 best Keyblade. And without further ado, let's have this video start. Starting off this list at number 10 is the Starseeker Keyblade from Kingdom Hearts 2. It gives you +3 in strength and +1 in magic. And also the ability it gives you is Air Combo Plus, which extends your combos in the air +1 if you couldn't tell by the name. Anyways, the Starseeker Keyblade is pretty solid for a starting Keyblade. And it also has a great design. Also with the Valor Form it comes with, which Valor Form, I'd say about 90% of the time ends up in the air. So not only does it very well go with Valor Form, but its stats are pretty good. The magic is kind of wasted. However, if you want to equip Starseeker to the Master Form, which also ends up in the air, but I would not suggest that. But just from the design itself, the Keyblade had me sold on it, and I used it almost the entire game. I made sure Valor Form had the Starseeker Keyblade because I just enjoyed it that much. And that kind of ends my thoughts on the Starseeker Keyblade because it's very simple. Simple and clean. And there's not much to it, it's just a very simple and good Keyblade. Without further ado, here we go to number 9. Continuing the list at number 9 is the Hero's Crest Keyblade, which gives you air combo boost in the air. This pairs well with the Starseeker Keyblade. Plus it has 4 in strength, I add. So, it's really not for those who use magic, because it gives you no boost in magic. However, for a form like Valor Form, that is pretty good. Because Valor Form is entirely strength-based, you use no magic in that form, it's only items and attacking. And boy does it work. If you remember last time in the Starseeker section, I said that Valor Form ends up in the air about 90% of the time. With the Starseeker Keyblade getting into the air and doing even more damage and the Hero's Crest finishing off that already really good damage, that's an amazing pair. And as you see right here, Cerberus was a fucking breeze in the cup, and like I really had no sweat. When you take something like Cerberus, which was like kind of a threat in the first one, and you can totally wreck its shit in this game without like getting in the red bar like I did, then you know you got a good Keyblade. Anyways, without further ado, plus it's great design, I'm sorry, I had to throw that in there, its design is pretty good. Look at that looks amazing. Anyways, without further ado, here we go to number 8. Continuing the list at number 8 is the Lineheart Keyblade from Kingdom Hearts 1. This Keyblade carried me. With its 10 plus in strength and its 1 plus in MP, it was very balanced in both magic and strength. And I really needed that magic for healing and arrows, which, oh boy, did those help me beat Mysterious Figure for the first time. Now, You may be thinking, Oblivion, Oathkeeper, and One-Winged Angel are better. I'd say no. But in my humble opinion, I would say that the Lineheart Keyblade is the second best Keyblade in the game. It doesn't reduce your MP, it gives you +1, it does your strength pretty well, and it has pretty good reach. So, where those others are like flawed and like don't shine, it makes up for. And I feel like that outshines it the most. Anyways, without further ado, let's move on to number 7. Number 7 is Way to Dawn from Dream Drop Distance. This Keyblade is Riku's starting Keyblade, and it's not very special in terms of power and stats. However, Way to Dawn is so much more than a Keyblade about stats and power. In fact, I'd say it's one of the best looking Keyblades in this game, considering what all the others look like. But look at its design. There's one side that has a wing from an angel, and the other parts of it are pretty demonic, we'd say. This represents Riku as a character. Riku is someone who follows his own path and doesn't walk the road of light nor darkness. He walks his own path. And that is represented in Riku's Keyblade, the Way to Dawn. And I feel like Riku himself explains it the best, so I'll let him take it away from here.
I'm taking the middle road.
Do you mean the Twilight Road to Nightfall?
No. It's the road to dawn.
And at number 6 is the Chaos Ripper from Birth by Sleep. This Keyblade, when you look at its stats, you're like, oh, it's fucking -2 in magic, why would you want that? It's +10. It's +10 in basic attack, and like other strike moves are... That's a pretty good boost, to say the least. And I'm still one-shotting fucking Unburst in this game with my magic, so it's like, it's not that bad of a decrease. Yes, it's not as good for magic, but however, it makes up for it in raw strength. Plus, look at its fucking... That is the most metal Keyblade you have ever seen. There is no Keyblade in the game that looks anywhere like that. And that's what kind of got it on this list, because it represents Terra as a whole. You know, it's like the eye is the Master's Eye, which I'm pretty sure that's Xehanort's eye. Which also, his Keyblade has that too. But with its long reach and insane power, Chaos Ripper, it's amazing fucking edgy design. Got it to the spot on the list. And let's continue to number 5. And at number 5, we have the Master's Defender from Birth by Sleep, Secret Chapter. This is Master Ericus's Keyblade, as you can see right here. It's his Keyblade. However, after he's defeated by Xehanort, or defeated by Terra and killed by Xehanort, he leaves his Keyblade behind, which Aqua takes and seals off their castle in order to keep people away from it, which would end up becoming Castle Oblivion. As you can probably tell from how I'm describing it, the Master's Defender is a very important Keyblade for the plot, and we see in the trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3, Sora finds it on Destiny Islands, so this isn't the final bit we have seen about the Master's Defender. It has so much more to do in terms of plot, which I find is pretty awesome that not only the Kingdom Key and like Mickey's Key and Riku's Keyblade are very important for the plot. Yes, other people have gotten Keyblades, but they're nowhere near as important as such as like Sora's, Mickey's, Riku's, and Master Ericus's / Aqua's now. And that's what got it on this list. It's just super important. So without further ado, let's move on to number 4. At number 4, we have Bond of Flame from Kingdom Hearts 2. This Keyblade gives a +4 in strength and magic, and it also gives you the Fire Boost ability, which increases your magic that's fire-based by 20%. That's a pretty big boost. It has a great design from Axel. It's pretty sweet. You get it from when Axel's dead, so like that's pretty sad. Also, it's so good for fights like Vexen, which, look at how bad you can cheese Vexen with this Keyblade. It's not necessarily this Keyblade, but it's just super good for this fight. Pretty good, right? Anyways, without further ado, go on to number 3. Continuing the list at number 3 is the Kingdom Key. Now, I know what you're thinking, the fucking most basic Keyblade in the game got number 3. Well, I had to put it in top 3. When you think of Kingdom Hearts, what Keyblade do you think about? Most of you will say the Kingdom Key, because it's so iconic. I bet there's like, barely anyone, if anybody does watch this video, I bet there's not a single person here who wouldn't agree that the Kingdom Key is one of the most recognizable parts about Kingdom Hearts. Also, it has a pretty good ability for getting like from the start of the game. It reduces, when you're in the red zone, any damage you take is halved. That's amazing. But just the design alone and how important it has been to the plot, it earns its spot at number 3. Though you may think, oh, that could go to anybody. Personally, I would say number 3 must go to the Kingdom Key. It's served so much purpose, it's the icon of the series. And also, damn, that design's good, you gotta admit. Anyways, on to number 2. And holding the spot at number 2 is Oathkeeper and Oblivion. Now I know what you're thinking, that's such bullshit, you can't have 2 in one spot, but hear me out. Look at that. Even the creators think that Oathkeeper and Oblivion belong together. You cannot have one without the other, they just go so well together. If you want to put Oathkeeper without Oblivion, you're fucking crazy, like look how good that looks. They're both pretty well off Keyblades, like they both have pretty decent stats, they both kind of like support each other in terms of like abilities, because like Oathkeeper extends the time during your drive form, and while you're in MP charge, so does Oblivion, it gets your drive gauge back up. Anyway, so, and they look amazing in Final Form, and my god, is Final Form just one of the best forms in the game, and you want it to look as best as it can. And also, they're pretty good for helping me cheese Zigbar. Anyways, here we go, on to number 1. And respectfully earning its spot at number 1 is my favorite Keyblade, besides Ultima, the 2 Become 1 Keyblade. It gives you +5 in Strength and +4 in Magic. And as you rate its ability down below, Light and Darkness, it's a pretty unique ability. You get this Keyblade from defeating Roxas in the world that never was. And the Keyblade in itself represents Sora and Roxas, okay? Like, Light and Darkness. Fucking Sora is the half of them that can move through light, Roxas is the half that can move through darkness, and after you defeat Roxas, they are reunited and Sora becomes whole again. And that's really amazing for this Keyblade to represent, like, and its design is fucking great, but also, its ability, unless you're going to Final Form, every time you go into a drive form while holding this Keyblade, it will be anti-form, which is a pretty great way to just get it if you want to try it with something, or just like the form in general. This Keyblade will force you into anti-form, as long as you're not choosing Final Form to be the drive form you want to go into. And that's pretty special on its own. However, it made it easier to obtain Sora's best form in the game, Final Form. To Become 1 not only looks amazing, but it gives you a 1 in 5 chance to get Final Form, Sora's most powerful form in the game. They look amazing together. To Become 1 has pretty good stats, and it goes so long with Ultima and Final Form that it's just the best Keyblade in my opinion, outside of Ultima itself. And so that's why To Become 1 earns the number 1 spot on this list. It deserves it. And so there we have it. My top 10 Keyblade list before Kingdom Hearts 3. This took a while to make, I'm not gonna lie. It took me till... I started making this last night, I got some footage and then I stopped. But I got on today at like 8 PM and started working on it. It is now, let me check the clock, 3:06 AM. So this video took me a while to make. I had a lot of hiccups, but in the end I had fun making this list and I want to do more of them in the future. So, like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave down in the comments below, like I said before, what you consider the best Keyblade. I would like to know, and hear y'all's feedback. Any feedback would be appreciated, and any commentary, any support, I want to say. Any criticisms, I want to say that, yeah. Any criticisms you may have, leave in the comments below. They're welcomed, and I want them. Because not only do y'all's opinions help me develop and make my channel even better than it is now, It also makes me better as a creator, and that's what I want to be. I want to make the best content I can for the people to watch these videos.
I'm always with you.
And this ends the list. It ends the video, it ends the list, say whatever you want. Thank you for watching, and enjoy Sora whooping Roxas's ass. Roxas's ass. Okay. Anyway, so enjoy the fight. I hope you have a nice day. Hit that like and that subscribe button, and peace out.